Hi, my name is Kyle Maloney. I am the marketing coordinator for Pasadena City College Foundation, and I am happy to answer these questions for you. Okay, so your first question is, what do you see as the role of visual arts in society today, particularly in your profession? Visual arts plays a very critical role in today's society. Everything that we see is just a bunch of short bursts of information that we're getting constantly, and we don't have the attention span in our culture anymore to take the time to read something or learn all these specific details about a promotion or a fundraising event or an advertisement for a new product or whatever. We want the burst of information, the really quick, look at a billboard and you see a product, or you see an advertisement for this university or this restaurant. We have a short attention span today, so visual arts is very important to pull focus and to present a lot of information very quickly. So the second question is, new communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on your field or industry, and provide an example? So basically to that I would say that yes, with social media now and the way we go about advertising today, information is very accessible, very readily available, and it's instant, it's quick. I personally, for what I do at PCC, which is largely involved with fundraising, this has both a negative and positive effect on what I do, and I can see this. It's negative in the sense that a lot of our donors that we're trying to reach out to, that we're trying to solicit, they tend to be in the older age group of 50s or 60s or 70s even, and they definitely have an antiquated kind of way they like to receive their information. Newspapers, just basic, magazines, pick up a book, actually read an article on something. Nowadays with social media and with the younger generation, what we're finding is that the millennials are all about those quick bursts of information, that instant image, that logo that is recognizable, that Starbucks staple. Everyone knows what Starbucks looks like. Everybody knows what, at least in our community, what the PCC logo looks like. And they don't want to have to take the time, millennials, they don't have to take the time to learn a bunch of stuff and read through a bunch of text. They definitely want those short bursts of information, and social media makes that happen. So we're seeing the progression as far as visual arts and media are concerned in that regard. So the third question that Scott is asking me is, what popular images do you see that are frequently repeated throughout your industry? In my particular field, which is higher education, you're seeing that iconic academic hall, with the pillars and the clock tower over and over again. You're seeing the classroom environment. You're seeing a teacher surrounded by students. You're seeing these images of education, of academia, and that's really the selling point of what I do with my job, and what we try to promote as far as one of our major fundraising tools is this concept that your money is going toward education, and here's what education looks like. Here is the representation of higher education, of learning, of fulfilling your dreams and pursuing careers and bettering your life. The next question is, who is one of your favorite visual artists, and or what is your favorite style of visual art? I would say off the top of my head, Leonardo da Vinci would be one of my favorite visual artists, particularly because he's such an iconic image that we have. The Mona Lisa, or the Last Supper, or any of his other well-known paintings. That sort of Renaissance time period piece of art has transcended time, and we recognize Da Vinci's work, and we recognize, you know, any representation or depiction of the Mona Lisa in any art, whether it's a cartoon that you're watching, like Family Guy, for instance, when they're making fun of the Da Vinci Code, and you see the Mona Lisa up there. I mean, everyone can recognize that image. It's very distinguishable and distinct. And I would say, yeah, I think he's definitely carved his niche as far as timelessness and universality. The last question is, how has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process? I would say for that, what we have a tendency to do as people is we imitate our predecessors, those who have come before us, and we study and we learn their styles, the aesthetic of whatever work that they have done, whether this is literature, whether it's art or photography or whatever. And we platform off of that. We use that as our jumping off point. I would definitely say that people in what I do, marketers who have done, you know, extraordinarily well, McDonald's, Starbucks, even recognizable universities such as UCLA or USC, I often will refer to what they have done that has been successful as a way to inspire what my team does in the future in order to reach out and to brand ourselves and make ourselves more recognizable in the community.